tone, tone, tone. It's something I've been talking about a lot. Everybody talks about it and everybody wants to have a good sound on the saxophone. How do you get a good sound? Do you work on overtones? Do you work on long tones? Do you work on this? Sure, there's lots of ideas out there on how to get a better sound on the instrument, and I have videos on it right here on my channel. In fact, if you go check the description below, I have 2 playlists. One of them is improvisation focused, but the other one is saxophone specific videos, and I do teach about tone there. But in this video, I'm going to teach you an exercise that you've probably never heard of, and that is undertones. Undertones. Right before I get into it though, I have a couple exciting announcements. If you're watching this when I'm releasing it in February 2024, next Saturday, February 10th, 2024, I'm going to be teaching a free clinic at the Pennsylvania Convention Center in Philadelphia. It's called Jam Session 101. It's part of the National Jazz Festival. It's going to be in room number 123 from around 11:45 a.m. till around 12:45 p.m. It's going to be a jam session. We're going to have people bring their horns there, and it's a big high school festival. There's going to be thousands of high school students there. So I hope a lot of them come out for it. And if you're a high school student that's going to be there, I hope to see you there. And even if you're not, it's free and open to the public. You can just show up and come hang out, bring your horn. And even if you just want to hang out and not play and just watch, that's cool too. But along with just it being a jam session, I'm going to teach about how to run a jam session. And maybe not just how to run a jam session, but how to get the most out of a jam session. Whether you're just watching, whether you're a performer, whether you've never been to one before and you're nervous, I'm going to show you kind of the jam session etiquette because we know how that could be. I'm also going to show you how to use the jam session as a tool to get better. For example, what if they call some songs that you don't know? What should you do? Well, I'm going to talk about that specifically at that clinic. So I hope to see you there February 10th in Philly at the Pennsylvania Convention Center, room 123 at 11:45 a.m. The second exciting announcement is that later this month, that's right, February 2024, I'm going to be reopening the doors to my community and membership called the Saxophone Success Community. The doors have been closed for over 6 months now, and it's been incredible getting to know everybody in the community and really get to talk to them and produce these new masterclasses every single month and songs of the month and challenges, live Q&As, and just conversations that we have in there. It's just really incredible, and I feel like I'm learning a lot as well as the members there. Be on the lookout for that here on YouTube, on my other social media, and if you're on my email list, definitely you'll know about when those doors are opening. And before they're opening, something exciting is also happening. My Saxophone Success Workshop is coming back. That's right, it's a 3-part video workshop series where I go through a whole bunch of different things, including tone, technique, and some extra techniques. Some things like altissimo and crazy other techniques that people always ask about. I go through that in that free workshop series. That's really fun, and that's going to precede opening the doors again to my community. And once again, once those doors are closed, they are absolutely closed, and then you won't be able to join till sometime far in the future. As a little taste though, a little gift for you before we get to that workshop later this month, I actually want to take a piece of that workshop and teach it to you today. And that is where we get into undertones. I'm going to talk about what undertones are. You're going to see me kind of demonstrate it. And I'm going to teach you how to use this pretty unconventional exercise to really open up your sound and get a much better tone on the instrument and play some notes a little better that are sometimes hard to play. Like always, there is a PDF that goes along with this undertones video. You can get that by clicking the link at the top of the description down below. Enjoy this little sneak peek inside the Saxophone Success Workshop and enjoy opening up your sound with undertones. For the next exercise to help your tone quality, I'm going to show you something called undertones. We just did overtones where you finger a low note and try to play a high note. Undertones are the opposite, where you're actually going to be holding down the octave key, which would normally play higher notes, but we're going to try to play all the way down to the bottom of the instrument. If you look at the PDF, you'll see that I just have quarter notes descending, just 4 of them at a time, chromatically. So I'm starting on middle D because that's the lowest note that you need the octave key for normal fingerings. So we're going to start there, and the goal is to slur all 4 notes, but keep the octave key down throughout. Yes, this is difficult, but it can be done. what you're going to do is really put these parameters on yourself and put these limitations on your playing, in this case, keeping the octave key down. And it's going to force you to really adjust your embouchure, your air, to hear those lower notes and really adjust accordingly. And then at the very bottom of the page, you'll see that it says play with regular fingerings, because once you go through this exercise and do it a few times and really get comfortable playing low notes with the octave key, when you actually go to play those low notes again, the normal way, it's going to feel so much easier. Just like before a batter gets up at bat, they might put that donut weight around the barrel because it makes it heavier, harder to swing. And then when they take it off and go up to swing, it feels lighter and they could swing faster. Same thing applies here. We're basically putting that parameter on us, that limitation on us, making it harder to play the low notes by putting the octave key down. And then when we take that limitation off and play normally, it's going to feel so much easier, I promise. So here's what this exercise sounds like. And yes, there are going to be some ugly sounds. There are going to be some ugly notes. Once again, the goal is not to play the exercise perfectly or play the notes perfectly. It's to use this exercise as a tool to help your tone. Here's what it sounds like. Now, once slogging through that, and it is very difficult, I want you to start on that middle D, just like it's written, go all the way down to low B flat in one shot, but use the regular fingerings, and it's going to feel so much easier. Try that for yourself. Oh my God, it feels so much better. And the great thing about this is because it's so close to playing that exercise, doing the real fingerings, this is great to do as a warm-up, right? Just take the instrument out, maybe do a couple overtones, a couple undertones, just like that. Then play that low chromatic scale like I just did. Bam, you are ready to play whatever you want to play, and everything is going to feel so much easier. Now I want to show you something that I call anti-overtones. All right, so that's a pretty interesting exercise, huh? I know it might be weird at first, and you're definitely going to get some interesting sounds, and your housemates and neighbors or whatever, and your dog might look at you funny when you make some of those sounds, but I promise you, if you go through those exercises, it will definitely help your tone on the saxophone. Once again, make sure to grab the Undertones PDF by clicking the link at the top of the description down below. Don't forget that on February 10th, I'm going to be hosting the Jam Session 101 Clinic at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. And also later this month, the Saxophone Success Workshop in its entirety will be out for you. Then right after that, the doors are going to be opening to my Saxophone Success community. We're going to welcome you with open arms in that. Can't wait to see you there. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.